Hello friends, this video on Matter and Magnetism Part 11 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till Part 10 before going ahead with Part 11. Now let us look at the motion in combined electric and magnetic field. Till now we considered the presence of magnetic field alone. We ignored electric field. Now let us suppose that if electric field as well as magnetic field both are present together, in that case how would the motion of the particle look like? Now to look at the combined effect of electric and magnetic field, to keep things simple as of now, we will assume that let us suppose that the electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other and the velocity of the particle is perpendicular to each of them. That means velocity is perpendicular to electric field as well as magnetic field. So we can assume it somewhat like this. Let us suppose that this is my x, y and z axis. So this is my x, this is my y and this is my z axis. So let us suppose that electric field is along this axis, magnetic field is along this axis and the velocity of the particle is along this axis. So that means three of them are mutually perpendicular to each other. Under this assumption, we will try to see that how would be the motion of the particle under the influence of electric and magnetic field both. So what is the net force that acts on a particle due to electric as well as magnetic field? It will be F electric plus F magnetic, which will be equal to QE plus Q into V cross B. Right? Now in this case, what is your E? E is nothing but E I cap. What is B? B is nothing but B J cap. And what is V? It is nothing but V K cap. Right? So now in this expression, you can write that the net force will be equal to QE I cap plus Q into V cross B. So what is V cross B? Let us calculate V cross B here. V cross B. Let us suppose this is I, J, K. Now what is V? V is V K cap. That means 0, 0, V. And B is B J cap. So 0, B, 0. This is how you calculate cross product, right? So this will become I to 0 minus VB. Right? So this will be equal to minus VB I cap. So V cross B will be equal to minus VB I cap. So this is equal to QE minus QVB I cap. Right? So from here we can write Q into E minus VB I cap. So this is the net force that will act on the charged particle. So the net force due to electric as well as magnetic field that will act on the charged particle will be equal to this value. So the net force will act along the x-axis, that means along the direction of the electric field. So you understood how do we evaluate this. Now let us suppose that if we had not assumed it, because of our assumption, our calculation became very simple. Had we not assumed this, in that case you would have got this cross product in terms of IJK. So you would have got this force which acting on the particle in, it would have components along x, y as well as z axis. Right? So now you must be thinking that why did we study this? Because this has a very important application which we will see just now. So from this we conclude that the electric and magnetic forces act in opposite direction. So if you see from here, where is your electric force? This is your electric force which is acting, which is positive. Now if you see here, what is the magnetic force? The magnetic force is minus QVB, right? I cap, that means if your electric force is acting along plus x-axis, the magnetic force will be acting along minus x-axis. right? That is what it says. So that means electric and magnetic forces are in opposite direction. This is the direction of electric force. Then this will be the direction of magnetic force. Right? So that was our conclusion here. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.